Say, dear students, I consider some more examples on first topic, that is radial transverse velocities and accelerations. Problem is like this. As I already told, there are two types of problems. First type of problem is the equation of the curve will be given. It is the polar form, because radial and transverse acceleration means the components of velocities and acceleration in polar coordinates. Equation of the curve will be given and you have to find out velocities and accelerations. That is first type of problem. Second type of problem is velocities and accelerations of a moving particle are given and you have to find out equation for the curve. I consider that type of problems now. See, the problem is like this. The velocities of a particle along and perpendicular to a radius vector from a fixed origin are lambda r square and mu theta square, where lambda and mu are constants. Find the polar equation of the particle. Find the polar equation of the particle. Also radial and transverse acceleration in terms of r and theta. Two parts are there. I repeat the problem. The velocities of a particle along and perpendicular to a radius vector from a fixed origin are lambda r square and mu theta square. What are lambda and mu? Constants. Find the polar equation of the particle. Second, radial and transverse acceleration in terms of r and theta. Two parts are there. See, the solution is like this. First, what is this? Given dr by dt is lambda r square. R d theta by dt is mu theta square. Because you know that radial velocity along the radius vector means dr by dt. Transverse acceleration means perpendicular to the radius vector. It is r d theta by dt. These two are given. Now you have to find out equation for the curve. See, these are in terms of derivatives. So it involves r and theta here and also t, and we have to integrate. If we integrate, we get a relation in r and theta that represents the curve. First we simplify like this. It is 1. Take this as 2. Consider 1 divided by 2. What do you get? Dr by dt upon r d theta by dt is lambda r square upon mu theta square. Correct? Lambda r square mu theta square. So dr by r d theta is lambda r square by mu theta square. Now we separate the variables. Dr by r cube into mu is lambda d theta by theta square. The steps are quite straightforward. I think all of you followed this one. I have taken 1 divided by 2. We have obtained a differential equation now where the variables can be easily separable. I have separated variables here. First order differential equations. What are the variables? R and theta. Variables have been already separated. Now the next thing is integration. Integrate this. Integrating we get mu into, what is integration of 1 upon r cube? R raised to minus 2 by minus 2 is equal to lambda theta raised to minus 1 by minus 1 plus c. C is constant of integration. How to integrate 1 upon r cube? R raised to minus 3. What is r raised to minus 3 integration? R raised to minus 3 plus 1 upon minus 3 plus 1. Similarly, I think you followed integration. Therefore, minus mu by 2r square is equal to minus lambda by theta plus c. Minus lambda by theta plus c. Therefore, mu by 2r square is lambda theta plus lambda theta minus c. And now this involves or it is an expression in r and theta, therefore it represents some curve. Of course it is not a standard curve, but this represents some curve. So this is equation of the path of the particle. First part is find the polar equation of the particle. This is the polar equation of the particle. Also radial and transverse acceleration in terms of r and theta. We know what are the expression for radial and transverse acceleration. So we require d2r by dt square. I differentiate this and find out d2r by dt square and obtain radial and transverse acceleration. Differentiating 1, we get d2r by dt square is lambda 2r dr by dt. Therefore 2 lambda r, what is dr by dt? Lambda r square. So 2 lambda square r cube. This is, take this as 3. What is this? d2r by dt square. Now we find out expression for radial and transverse acceleration. Second part, radial acceleration is what is the expression? Formula for radial acceleration, d2r by dt square minus r d theta by dt whole square. Only you have to substitute now. dr by d2r by dt square, this expression. 2 lambda square r cube r into what is d theta by dt? D theta by dt is refer expression 2. It is given d theta by dt is mu theta square by r. Mu theta square by r. This is square because from 2 I have taken d theta by dt from 2. So it is 2 lambda square r cube minus mu square theta raised to 4 divided by r. This is the expression for radial acceleration. Further, you have to find out transverse acceleration. Transverse acceleration is, what is the expression for transverse acceleration? It is 1 upon r d by dt of r square d theta by dt. So how the formulae are important? See, radial acceleration, transverse acceleration, you have to remember these expressions. Derivation is important from examination point of view. Equally formula, because while solving this formula you must be able to apply here. What is transverse acceleration? 1 upon r d by dt of r square. What is d theta by dt? Say I have taken here d theta by dt is this mu theta square upon r, because from 2 we have value of d theta by dt is this mu theta square by r. This you have to differentiate. Simplify. Say how to differentiate. It is 1 upon r d by dt of r square cancels here. So d by dt of mu r theta square. Correct? Mu r theta square. So 1 upon r mu by r, differentiation of r theta square. What is the differentiation? dr by dt theta square plus 2r theta d theta by dt. Product rule. Therefore, mu by r, what is dr by dt? You have to substitute. dr by dt is lambda r square, because from 1. Substitute the expression for dr by dt from 1. Similarly, what is d theta by dt? Mu theta square by r. Therefore, mu by, what is the common factor again? Is it theta square? Theta square common. Mu theta square upon r. Mu theta square upon r into lambda r square plus theta square taken common, 2 mu theta, 2 mu theta square we have taken common, yes, mu theta square by r lambda r square plus 2 mu theta. What is this? Transverse acceleration, radial acceleration, transverse acceleration. You go through this one, simplification, is it correct? Verify this. It is transverse acceleration and this is radial acceleration. This is the second type of problem. I think solution of all of you followed this simple problem or straightforward problem. Consider one more example. I dictate, you take on this problem. If the radial and transverse velocities of a particle are proportional to each other, show that the path is an equiangular spiral. I repeat, if the radial and transverse velocities of a particle are always proportional to each other, show that path is an equiangular spiral. If in addition to this, second part, if in addition to this, radial and transverse accelerations are also always proportional to each other, if in addition to this, radial and transverse accelerations are always proportional to each other, show that the velocity of a particle varies as some power of the radius vector. I think you have taken the problem. First part is radial and transverse velocities of a particle are proportional to each other. Show that path is equiangular spiral. What do you mean by equiangular spiral? This is standard curve. We know that r is equal to a e raised to theta represent equiangular spiral. Standard curve that you have studied in earlier classes in previous semesters. In curve tracing you have studied this, and the shape of the curve is like this. It is equiangular spiral, it is called. But here we prove that equation of the curve will be this. If the particle moves under that condition A, we get the equation of the curve as r a raised to theta form. Therefore it represents equiangular spiral. That is the first part. Say consider first part. What is given? Given dr by dt, that is radial acceleration, radial velocity is always proportional to transverse velocity. Follow now? Radial velocity means this. What is transverse velocity? R d theta by dt. It is given dr by dt is proportional to means equal to k r d theta by dt. What do you have to find out? Find the equation of the curve. Under this condition, find the equation of the curve. It is also differential equation, and we reduce these two differential equation in two variables r and theta, and separating variables we can get the solution that represents the curve. dr by r is k d theta. Therefore integrate log r is k theta plus c. This is the integration, log r. Therefore r is e raised to k theta plus c, or e raised to k theta into e raised to c. So r is, say I take this as a constant, e raised to k theta. Now this represents equiangular spiral. So if this is the condition under which the particle moves, then the equation of the curve will be r a e raised to k theta, which represent equiangular spiral. First part. What is the second part? Second part is, if in addition to this, radial and transverse accelerations are also proportional, then prove that the velocity of a particle, velocity means resultant velocity, that is square root of vr square plus v theta square, square root of radial velocity square plus transverse velocity square, that is velocity proportional to some power of radius vector r. So I start with second part. What is given? Given radial acceleration is lambda times transverse acceleration. Radial acceleration is proportional to transverse acceleration, means lambda constant, lambda times. Therefore, what is radial acceleration? d2r by dt square minus r d theta by dt square is equal to lambda times 1 upon r d by dt of r square d theta by dt. Verify this. Radial acceleration is lambda times transverse acceleration. Lambda is constant. What you have to prove now? You have to prove that the velocity proportional to some power of r. What is velocity? Velocity means magnitude of the velocity. Square root of radial velocity square. So from this we find out dr by dt, because radial velocity means dr by dt. Now to find that, d2r by dt square minus r, what is d theta by dt? Also we are given this dr by dt is equal to kr d theta by dt. Let us take this as 1, because first condition is also there. Condition A is also there. This is condition A. Therefore I substitute here d theta by dt as dr by dt into 1 upon kr. Correct? 1 upon kr. It's a square. 1 upon kr dr by dt square is lambda by r d by dt of r square. Again d theta by dt is 1 upon kr dr by dt, because this. What I am going to do is, I find out dr by dt here. Dr by dt. Because when second condition is given, velocity is proportional to some power of r. From second condition, we find out dr by dt. Of course, here dr by dt is there, but not that dr by dt. If this is the condition, what is dr by dt? We find out. For that, simplify. Here I substitute d theta by dt. Next step is, we have to reduce this to second differential equation in dr by dt. See, we reduce this to an equation in dr by dt. So I simplify like this: d2r by dt square minus r into r by k square, or what is r square here? So I write 1 upon kr, because square cancels. 1 upon k square r dr by dt square. It is equal to lambda by r, lambda by kr, correct? Lambda by kr d by dt of r dr by dt, correct? R dr by dt. Therefore, it is equal to lambda by kr into dr by dt plus r into d2r by dt square. In the right hand side, I have differentiated using product rule. So now I take d2, I write this as equation in d2r by dt square. What do you write? d2r by dt square is there, here d2r by dt square. Therefore 1 minus lambda by k, correct? 1 minus lambda by k d2r by dt square, correct? 1 minus lambda by k d2r by dt square is equal to dr by dt whole square. What is the coefficient? Lambda by kr plus 1 upon k square r into dr by dt whole square. I think you followed substitution here or simplification. Next step is, it is therefore r we can take common, 1 upon r lambda by k plus 1 upon k square dr by dt whole square is equal to this, Now therefore d2r by dt square is, say d2r by dt square is, it is yes 1 upon r lambda by k plus 1 upon k square divided by 1 minus lambda by k into dr by dt whole square. Follow the substitution, whole square. Therefore d2r by dt square is equal to 1 upon r. I take this as n, this complete this as n by r dr by dt whole square, taken this as n because it is a constant, take that as n. Okay, this d2r by dt square is n by r dr by dt square. Therefore, say I simplify this d2r by dt square upon dr by dt is equal to n by r dr by dt. We have arranged it like this. It is a differential equation. Now by integrating we get log dr by dt is equal to n log r plus, take the constant of integration as log c. Follow the integration. It is f dash x by fx form. What is integration of f dash x by fx? Log fx. Here also r, its derivative is there, dr by dt. So n constant, log r plus log c. Now it is log of r raised to n into c. Simplify. Therefore dr by dt is r raised to n into c. Take this as 2. This as 2. So we have obtained dr by dt now. Also from 1, what is dr by dt? Dr by dt is dr by dt is, what is 1? K r d theta by dt. K r d theta by dt. Therefore K r d theta by dt, correct? K r d theta by dt. Therefore K r d theta by dt is equal to r raised to n into c. Therefore r d theta by dt is c by k r raised to n. Now this is 3. Say we have now dr by dt, r d theta by dt. Now we consider velocity. What is the problem? Velocity varies at some power of radius vector. Now I consider velocity. Velocity is, it is square root of radial velocity square, transverse velocity square. Therefore it is square root of, what is radial velocity? dr by dt, r raised to n into c, it's a square, plus c by k r raised to n square. Therefore it is r raised to n into square root of, correct, r raised to n into square root of c square plus c square by k square. So velocity is equal to sum k1 into r raised to n. K1 into r raised to n. So velocity is proportional to some power of r. So this is big. Velocity is proportional to some power of r. See, this is the type of examples, and try to solve some more examples. I leave some problems as exercise, and this completes first derivation and problems. What is the first derivation? Radial and transverse velocities and accelerations. Radial and transverse velocities, one question, derivation. radial and transverse acceleration, one question, derivation for 5 marks, and definition may be asked. Define radial and transverse velocities or define radial and transverse accelerations, and one or two problems may be asked from this. So next topic is components of velocity and acceleration in intrinsic form. You know how the equation of the curve is expressed in terms of intrinsic form. Intrinsic means it is expressed in terms of s and psi. You know that one, s and psi. There we derive what are the components of velocity and acceleration. That I consider in the next video. Yes, thank you.